Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Apocalypse Soon. And now, I can't believe it, I'm pumped. He's looking sexy, he's looking footloose and fancy free. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Hello, everybody, with the emphasis on hell. Hello. A lot of people don't realize that the word hello is so fraught with Lucifer, Satan.
That's right.
And basically the god of the underworld. So when the basic greeting that we have, hello, is something that is demonic. And I just want to say welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. We are back. Good to see you, Kev.
You too.
Good to see you, Rob.
Hello.
We are back here. We're all having some coffee. Mm-hmm. I'm having my midday coffee. And we are about, and by the way, guys, I'm talking to Rob and Kevin right now. It is chilly for LA.
Yes.
I kind of like it. Like I walked out of my, and this isn't to brag that I walk, but I walked out of my place today. Again, not to come at you. I have a place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I walk out of my place with my T-shirt, like I always do in LA, with my T-shirt on. And I was freezing.
Yeah.
I was actually freezing because it was sunny. And when you look outside in LA, and by the way, folks, this is about as funny as it's going to get today. If you look out in LA and see it's sunny, you're like, oh, it's fucking warm. Because it's basically always warm here. But it was cold today, and we are having... Are you excited for the storm that's moving in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How about you, Rob? Are you excited?
I love a good storm.
Well, once you live in LA, you do, because
it's not Kansas where we're worried about a twister or something like that, or
yeah, they have a lot of problems in Kansas.
Oh yeah.
Which the Wizard of Oz tried to throw a light on too. That was really a movie that people could see that tornadoes are a problem in that area. Yeah. Do you know that Tornado Alley has shifted because of climate change? It used to be. Where was Tornado Alley, Rob?
Right now, loosely defined area of the central United States and Canada where tornadoes are most frequent.
But it moved.
Anyway, geographically, it's moved somewhat because of global climate breakdown.
Wild.
Climate breakdown.
Yeah.
A lot of people call it climate change. I believe that does it a disservice for what's going on because it's the climate breaking down. It's not changing.
Yeah.
It's begging for mercy, and we will be begging for mercy soon. I don't know. This is reminding me of my whole relationship with my dominatrix. So let me switch gears a little bit. So there is 100-degree temperature difference today. This is Wednesday, February 22nd or 3rd, and 22nd. 22nd, and 100-degree temp difference between Montana and like the southeast, -9 in Montana or the southwest, and it's like close to 100 in a place called McAllen, Texas.
Really? Wild.
So, and we're getting it's a coast-to-coast storm. I just get excited with the weather. I don't know if it's my age. No, because old people... And I would have to consider myself, I'm not young anymore.
What?
Look, I have a lot of work done. And I think you can see that if you're watching on YouTube. I have had a lot of work done, and I don't recommend it for people. It's expensive. Mm-hmm. It hurts. My nose... It has been worked on so much that when I blow my nose now, I just feel like shit.
I've seen the septum come out in your hanky that you keep with you, your handkerchief.
They say my septum, anyway, I don't want to.
It's more of an idea now. Your septum is.
It's more of an idea. Hey, are you suffering? Are you suffering from the fact that your septum is just an idea? Do you want to go to night school, graduate school? Those are two different things. Do you want to go to night school or you want to go to graduate school? Hi, I'm Bob Rhiannon, and I live here in a part of the country where everything sucks balls. So what we talk about all the time is going to school because we're like, well, let's try this thing. And then once we're in school, we're like, fuck this, and we start learning how to drive a tractor trailer. And then after we do that for a little bit, we're like, fuck this. And then we start holding up convenience stores, banks. My septum is just an idea. But anyway, I've had a lot of work done. I had my hair removed. I had my belly let out. All expensive work.
Very expensive.
Very expensive.
But you do it for the people. You know, you do it for survival.
I'm in the public eye.
Yeah.
I have to look like a comedian.
Yeah, a lot of people would say, would say that the jokes just weren't landing before. You know, that they would see you
until the work was completed by my dermatologist / surgeon, with the emphasis on /. Dr. Fred Rifkin over there in Beverly Hills. By the way, folks, if you're not from Los Angeles, if you get a chance, go to Beverly Hills. It's just beautiful, you know, just a lot of entitled rich people walking around, and then people like me who are looking for their urologist.
Some of the most beautiful dogs are in Beverly Hills.
I asked a dog out.
You did?
It was a gorgeous Australian Shepard. I mean, and you're right, because of the wealth, purebred, you know, obviously well manicured, and the dog was just sitting there with its owner, and the owner wasn't paying in any mind. The owner, of course, was on its phone. By the way, do you know that I have yelled out at people who are on their phones when they're with their dogs, and I have yelled out more than once and gotten into fights with people. I yell out, taking your phone for a walk, huh? Because I hate when people ignore their dog. Because I'm such a dog lover, and I have my little Charlotte, and it's like they're just looking at their phone, looking down at their phone. The dog is trying to walk, and they're not going. And I'm just like, taking your phone for a walk, huh? I try to say it in this like smiley way so they don't kind of get it. But a couple of people have gotten it and go, "Fuck you," and I'm like, fuck, yeah, your dog is really enjoying you scrolling, and then I run. It depends on how large they are.
Yeah. And I like to do that stuff from a car, while I'm driving by, and then I can shout
But when you
things.
drive by, though, you don't have a lot of time to do it.
Well, I'll stop.
Oh, okay.
Hey, fuckface. Nice phone. I bet your dachshund is really enjoying it.
I see.
And then they're like, "What the fuck?" And then I just start driving away, and then I stop.
By the way, it's Dachshund, not Dachshund. Fucking idiot. Well, at least I'm not fucking just scrolling on my phone while walking it. Fuck you, man. The ecosystem is deteriorating. So why can't I just do what I want at this point? Hey, buddy, I don't want to get into a whole fucking existential argument. I'm just saying your fucking dog needs you.
I love the idea of a guy in Beverly Hills like, "Come on, man," like getting genuinely upset at you for that. Like,
It's Tommy Chong.
Tommy Chong.
Yeah, Tommy
Does
Chong.
he live in Beverly Hills?
Probably.
Oh, he might. But he also spent time in prison. He spent time in prison for selling bongs.
I believe that's correct. Yes.
I can't believe they put him in prison.
So wild. It was obviously like a PR or like somebody trying to make a statement.
What are you in prison? What are you here for? I sold the bong online. Really? I killed an entire family in Kansas. They wrote a book about me. Is that in cold blood? Yep. It's a good book, It's a long time ago. Are you sure you're the guy? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You're not much of a talker, are you? Nope. You ever get in conversations with people like that?
Yeah, and I feel like I try to take notice of it, and like
okay, they don't want to talk, and so I'll move on. But there are a couple of times where I'll be like, hey, could you talk about that a little more? I'll be a therapist. So you had a good weekend? Yep. Like, talk about that a little bit more.
Right. Well, it's good.
Yeah. I
kind of admire those people because they feel like they don't need to keep conversations going. Like I just feel like I always need to keep stuff going.
Yes, yeah. There are guys. It's so funny because like I feel like it's manners and polite to always. I intentionally, if I know you and I see you in public, I will intentionally say hello and shake your hand. You know what I mean? I'll go out of my way.
We're all trying to walk each other home. I love that phrase. Have you ever heard that? We're all just walking each other home. Home being death.
Yes.
Home being the end. And by the way, I am here. My name is Fred Johnson, and welcome to the end. This is the absolute end of civilization. This is the podcast you want to be listening to. Apocalypse Soon. I'm Fred Johnson, and I just want to say that these are testimonials from our fans.
Okay.
I just want to say that it's great to be here as a guest of the studio. I still am not a Patreon member, Patreon, whatever it is. But it's the end of the world, and we're all happy to be here because we're all going to die soon. As you know, today, Eddie referenced the fact that there's 100-degree temperature difference in different parts of the country, and that's the good news. You know?
That's not the kind of stuff. You don't get that kind of stuff on Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? You don't get that on a JRE experience. You get it here.
So, should we get into, a guided meditation?
I think oh yeah. Let's go for it.
We've kind of said hello.
We've said hello. We've established dominance.
We have established that we're in the middle of a winter storm warning. Now, by the time this comes out, that'll be past.
Yeah.
But just to feel it right now, like you look in the sky. Again, I'm getting excited about the weather. You look in the sky and see those dark clouds.
It's nice.
And you're like, and feel the chill in the air, which is unusual for here. And you're like, man, there's a storm a brewing, Ma.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I walked out of my front door today, and it had rained, but it was still sunny in my area. But where the dark clouds had shifted to was over the mountains. And so you could see this big shadow across the mountains, but the sun was shining. It was very, very pretty.
Could you say that again, but slower?
I walked out on my front porch. Okay, folks.
Welcome to Erotic Weather Reports. I am your weatherman today, Biff Fredericks. Today we have a system that's getting larger and larger. And this system is going to rain. It's going to explode over Montana, over Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's going to drench the people in Wyoming with its liquid, with its... Oh, God, I can't go on. That was Biff Fredericks with the weather. I'm Tom Johnson with the sports. God, people are getting fucked out there in baseball. All right, let's go into a guided.
We could do that as a bit, by the way, like sexy weather.
Yeah?
Sexy weather with Steve Fredericks.
My God, is it sunny today? I'm nude. I'm nude. I know that this is a radio weather report, but I'm nude. And the sun is shining, and it's coming in. It's going to be shining for a day or two. So what I'm going to do is just oil up. All right, Skip. That's enough.
And thanks for joining us for Sexy News Weather with Stephen Fredericks.
All right, let's go.
All right. Oh, okay, folks. Now relax your mind, set your cares aside on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Hey, everybody. Okay. Here we go. We're in our sacred place now. We're no longer, stuck in traffic where you see people inside their cars crying about their finances or crying about a medical diagnosis. No, we're not in our cars where all that bad stuff happens. We're in our sacred place. And our sacred place is this guided meditation. It's inner. I don't know how many of you have any belly buttons. I do. My significant other do. Did I say dues? I'm behind on my dues. But my significant other does. So it's our inner space, like an innie. And here we go, sacred space with your first in-breath. I want you to breathe in the beauty of all that God has to offer. Just breathe in all of the beauty. And by all of the beauty, I mean the birds singing. And I'm not talking about a bird who's been injured. We all see injured birds. Birds who are suffering from the fact that man has encroached on their environment, and they search for food in places where they get hurt. And then you'll see a bird, wingless and hobbling. I'm not talking about that bird. I'm talking about God's beautiful birds that haven't been injured yet, and they're flying around in their song. Have you ever heard a bird song? It is so melodious. It is so melodious. It's like when you spray cologne and that little psh sound that comes out of the cologne. That's a very nice sound. And the bird song is even better. I don't know why I used cologne push spray as an example of a beautiful sound. I think I have to look at that with my therapist. But I want you to just breathe in bird song and birds who haven't been killed yet by the encroachment of man. We keep building on animals' habitats. We keep building. Human beings keep populating and overpopulating a non-sustainable environment. I don't want your mind on that, because that is what is going to kill us all. But you don't need to be in that space now. You're in your sacred space. So breathe in bird song. Breathe in sunlight. Breathe in the sound of a beautiful little babbling brook. And I'm not talking about like a babbling homeless person who's in a coffee shop threatening everybody in the coffee shop just because they have nothing to lose anymore. I'm not talking about that, where you're in a coffee shop and you're journaling and also sketching. You're sketching, you're making some progress on sketching, and you're making progress with your journaling, you're getting some insights, and then a homeless man comes in to the coffee shop and starts threatening everybody, and you realize that in late stages capitalism in the United States, your life can be snuffed out at any minute, any second, because you're like, does he have a gun? Will he just kill me? I don't want you thinking about that. The babbling brook is not like a babbling, insane person who's been cast aside by a non-caring society. I'm talking about a babbling brook that's just bubbling with God's energy. Breathe all that in, and now with your first out breath, I want you to breathe out all the pain, all the detritus, all of the horror that you've seen just since 1 o'clock today. I mean, let's not try to take a big chunk. Just since 1 o'clock today, and if you're listening to this and it's not yet 1, well then that's since 1 in the morning. You know what I mean? Just make the time, make what I said work. If I say, anyway, just breathe out all the horror that you've seen for the last few hours. And I'm talking about just, in your dreams. I just woke up from a dream before this podcast where I was strangling a man, and he had on a hood like they put on innocent people at Guantanamo Bay. And I was strangling him, and I took the hood off, and it was me. Just let go of all of that horror, that kind of horror. Let go of the fact that your bills are obviously not going to be paid this month. Let go of that. Let go of the fact that, yes, you are going to have to perform fellatio on someone you don't find attractive. Let go of all of that and breathe it out. And then, with your next in-breath, I want you to breathe in just the great immensity and abundance of love that is all around us, unless you're being held captive by a lunatic, or you're just, in a bad place. You were born with horrific family. But if you weren't, and that's a few of you, then breathe in God's abundance. And then with your last out-breath, I just want you to let go of everything that is not making your life good. So let go of the fact that your primary relationship is just a bloodbath of egos. Let go of the fact that you probably won't have sex again for a few years after getting something removed from your penis. Let go of the fact that, with AI intelligence starting to get scary, that we will probably be taken over by machines and made their slaves. Let go of all of that and feel God's abundance, which is not easy to feel because of the circumstances of our society. But if you can feel it, give me a buzz.
And thanks for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
That felt good. It feels good when you're in loose-fitting clothing when you're in loose-fitting clothing, to breathe in and breathe out and just basically connect with something larger than yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't mean like a large man who is coming to a movie theater.
Yes.
And he's unhinged.
He may need a connection too, though. He might need to connect emotionally with someone.
Right, and you're hoping it's not you.
Right. But you could find somebody for him,
You can? What are you, a referral service for the unhinged?
I'm a matchmaker for the unhinged. I like to, you see two people out on the street, they're both talking to nobody. You might as well turn them around. Now they're talking to their friend.
Right. That's true. Matchmaker for the unhinged. We're all unhinged, though, and we are all unhinged, and we all have incredible difficulties. That is why stand-up comedy kind of saves me from, and comedy in general kind of saves me from what I like to call a mental institution.
That's how you refer to it.
That's what I like to call it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they're calling it now. They're calling it, workplaces. I don't know where they keep people.
The sanely challenged hospital.
Are there any? I mean, because all of government funding has cut mental health. Where do people go when you've completely fucking lost it?
I don't know. Group homes. I guess.
Now, what is a group? Is that a Groupon type of thing? What it?
There could be a Groupon and a group home. No, a group home it's usually like a where they will send somebody who maybe is getting out of jail or something. They go to a group home, or a lot of times it'll
Getting
be
out of jail.
like if somebody transitioning from a long sentence and they come out. There are group homes for those people where it's like you have to stay drug free. You have to keep a job.
Oh, I see.
And there'll be a bunch of people living there. And
Right.
a lot of recovering addicts.
So you're talking about sober living houses.
Oh, those two, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I've tried to get into group homes after hours,
Oh, yeah.
and it's just tough. Everything, I guess, because everybody's sober there, or says they are until they're caught with their drug of choice. My drug of choice is watching the Bob Newhart show while downing Vicks, NyQuil, and injecting methamphetamine into the head of my penis. Well, thank you, Al, for sharing. Now, how about you, Marcia? Well, my drug of choice is just eating cake until I feel like I don't deserve to live anymore. Thank you, Marcia. How about you, Stu?
I like to watch the old Disney films, like when Simba lays down in the grass and it spells sex, but they edit it out. I try to find the old versions where they haven't edited it out, and like the Little Mermaid, you can see the penises on the castle in the front. Remember that? And then I also like the Huff battery, like carburetor cleaner.
All right, good. I was worried, Stu, that you weren't going to get to the drug.
No.
Thank you, Stu. You're done, Stu.
Okay, all right.
Thank you for sharing. And how about you, Al? Well, I like to just snort anything that's moving, anything that's alive. I will kill and snort, and I will watch Casino by Scorsese. This is the self-help group, by the way, which is what drugs do you do? What are your favorite drugs to do during your favorite entertainments?
Yeah.
You know, I like to jam baseball bats that are coated with cocaine in my ass while watching Ice Capades. Well, thank you, Ron. How about you, Ted?
I like seeing two dogs of the same gender try to have sex, but they can't figure it out. And then also, while that's happening, I like to eat all the Sudafed I can find in a Walgreens. It's a good time.
That's good. That's a good one. And by the way, folks, we're here to help each other, because you're only as sick as your secrets, okay? So, Lou, are there any secrets you're keeping? Go fuck yourself. I ain't telling you shit. Lou, come on. This is why you haven't gotten better like the rest of the people here. They're all fucking insane. All these people I'm surrounded by are fucking insane. Come on, Lou. What's your drug of choice and your favorite thing to watch? All right. I'll tell you. I like to watch football while getting so high from marijuana that I eat an entire refrigerator of lasagna. Lou, are you holding anything back? All right. I also like to be having intercourse with someone who doesn't know their gender. Wow, Lou. Anything else? You're not hiding, because remember, you're only sick as your secrets. All right. I like watching football, eating a refrigerated lasagna, smoking enough marijuana to kill me, and having sex with someone who doesn't know their gender. And this is the last secret I'm telling you today, I like putting my fist in something really soft. That's a little bit of a letdown there, Lou, with the last one. I thought it was going to be, all right. Maybe you should have ended with having sex with the gender. What is this, a show? I'm not trying to end big. I'm trying to get healthy by telling you my secrets.
I find it odd that you were holding back, that you like to put your fist into something soft. That was the last bastion that you were holding on to. It's your secret. You won't tell anybody. Everything else, yes.
Yeah.
But the fist into something soft, you were like, that I'm going to hold back.
I also like to suck robot cock. Well, that's better, Lou. Yeah. That's better. And I like to sneak up behind doctors and grease their little butthole and then run away. Lou, this is getting better. Also, see, you're getting the hang of it, aren't you, Lou? It's kind of fun. You're not making this stuff up, are you, Lou? No, I got plenty of secrets. All right, Lou. Well, I think you're good for today. No, I want to tell you one more thing. I like taking a tripod covered in ketamine, okay? And I like putting it on my chest and then just sniffing my chest. And with the tripod, I kill Bob Crane. What? You'll figure it out. All right, Lou. All right, well, that's all the time we have here at the group home. I think all of you are doing well, except you, Steve. You're covered in blood and you won't tell anyone why.
It's my business. None of your business.
Okay.
All right? Well, my blood, my business.
Sounds like a secret to me.
Well, it is. That's why I'm not going to tell you. I won't tell you. Nobody gets to know. And I won't clean it off. I'm not going to clean it off.
All right, Lou, Steve.
People always come.
All right,
well, why are you bleeding? Why are you bleeding? Just like, it's my fucking business.
All right. But I'm just saying the whole philosophy here is you're as only sick as your secrets.
All right, I'll tell you.
That was easy.
I got my period today.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. You know men don't get periods, right, Steve? So you're telling yourself a bit of a lie.
I didn't want to tell you what I made that up. I didn't really get my period.
By the way, you admitting that you made that up is the first step toward leading a healthy life in a gig economy where you're driving an Uber or a Lyft or Instacart or DoorDash or Uber Eats or any number of things where you can use an app to earn a minimal amount of money for an excruciating amount of time. That's the first step toward getting healthy, so you can work in a devastatingly crushing gig economy.
I appreciate you saying that. I really do appreciate you saying that.
One thing I can't take in the workshop though is crying. Please don't fucking do that. Not on my dime.
Okay, I'll tell you how I'm so bloody.
Mm-hmm.
I ran in a marathon this morning, and I forgot to put Band-Aid over my nipples, and they rubbed on my shirt raw, and then I just been bleeding from the nipples, which is a real problem. If you can look it up, runners have to do that. You got to put the nipple tape on, and I didn't.
Right.
I didn't do it. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because my nipples are bleeding.
Do you feel after you have admitted that you're now ready to drive an Uber or a Lyft?
Yeah, but I also feel like I'm getting weird looks from the rest of the group about my bloody nips. And
well, look at these people. I mean, they're fucked up, dude.
It's true. It's very true. You really think I'd be an Uber driver?
Oh, I think you can be.
You really think I would be an Uber driver?
Well, everybody, that's our time here at the group home. And remember, you cannot leave. Make your bed. Read your big books. And know this. The ecocide will put all of our troubles to rest soon. Hey, everybody. It's Eddie Pepitone. It's time for another ad, and you know how much I believe in this product. Has your penis, and let's not call it a cock or a dick.
Thank you.
Yes. Or, your Johnson, or, your forthright soldier.
Ugh.
What else shouldn't we call it?
No, you shouldn't call it Mr. Hammerhead or Frank I Crush Pussy. Anyway, what I think I'm leading up to, if you have had some, let's just say, performance problems in the bedroom, and who hasn't? There is a solution, guys, and you totally don't have to deal with doctors, no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations. So what are you, those fucking doctors are like, what do you mean? Your penis is as soft as cookie dough?
Well, my doctor's always really inappropriate. And when I say that I can't get an erection, he's like, I've seen your wife too. You should be able to. I can barely stop getting an erection when your wife comes around.
I think he's crossing a line there, but
yeah, he is.
Blue Chew tablets, okay, is an online service that helps with performance in the bedroom, and I don't think I have to say any more about that. Let's just say your soldier's going to be standing at attention. Okay, it has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in chewable tablets at a fraction of the cost. And this is why you should get these things, okay? It's all online. No visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, chew it and do it. Have better sex. Try Blue Chew for free. Use promo code PEP at checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping. All right, that's bluechew.com, code PEP, P-E-P, to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. Thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the podcast. I just crush it up now and put it on my cereal, and I don't even have sex with it. I just like walking around with a pointer.
Right.
Like mine is sort of like a divining rod.
Yeah.
It's going to rain, it told me today. And sure enough, it looks like rain.
Yeah. It starts to vibrate when the clouds are coming.
Blue Chew, folks.
Blue Chew.
I don't know. That sounded like a depressing group home, actually.
Yeah, it was rough. Everybody had secrets, what are you going to do, I love it, though. You know what? Because what we're doing, it's like we're in a room full of cookie jars, you know what I mean? And we just keep putting our hands in those jars and pulling out some real tasty morsels periodically, And sometimes you pull it out, there's nothing there, but sometimes it's a tasty little morsel.
Yeah. And welcome, folks. If you've just tuning in, you're listening to or watching Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. And Apocalypse Soon, where did it get its name? It got its name from the fact that the apocalypse is kind of upon us. We touched on it last time, the Ohio derailment of, the exploding trains.
Oh, God, yeah.
The escalation of tensions between China, Russia, the United States, doomsday clock, all of it, the eco side. And we want to welcome everybody and thank you for joining us. There are no solutions here on the podcast. Community, obviously, in times of crisis. Now, we just made light of the fact that everybody's falling apart with the group home sketch, but that's also what this horrific podcast is about. It's making light of the dark, which is all around us. The darkness is all around us.
Yeah. I mean, if you're on your way to your death, why not whistle a tune while you're headed there?
Wait, isn't there a phrase, whistling past the graveyard?
Ooh, I don't know.
You know that one? Yeah.
Thank God for Rob for knowing things.
Rob knows things.
It's good.
Rob is sort of the anchor of this podcast in the sense that we just go untethered into the ether.
Yeah.
While Rob is battening down the hatches.
Yeah.
And going, yes, Tornado Alley is in this part of the country. And we acknowledge it. It just is, it's grounding.
It's good. Yeah, it got so bad that, because they thought I'd be able to be the sane one, but I got sucked into the vortex and,
You've been becoming more and more unmoored. If I may use a boating term.
Wow, that's good. Unmoored.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I've never heard that.
You've never heard unmoored?
Uh-uh.
When you moor a boat, you're tying it to the dock.
Oh, I'm unmoored. I'm unmoored.
Again, another beautiful boat phrase. I'm on board.
It's wow. I'm on board in the unmoored boat, and
Beautiful.
I'm drifting in a small lake.
Well, should we do that segment now, which is called skeet shooting with the lunatic? Do you want to do skeet shooting with the lunatic? Can you introduce it? We'll do that. We haven't done this one. I don't think we've ever done this one.
Welcome back to ESPN 5, and now skeet shooting with a lunatic, starring Eddie Pepitone.
Pull! But there's nothing went in the air. I'm fucking crazy. Yeah, but I paid good money for this skeet shooting thing. Pull! Nothing's happening. I'm talking about pulling on my dick. What are you're fucking crazy. I know. This is called skeet shooting with a lunatic. And I advertise like that. By the way, did any of you see a hearing aid battery? I dropped a hearing aid battery. No, we just want the skeet to shoot the skeet. Pull. I think I see a hearing aid battery. Well, shoot it. No, I want to shoot skeet. Nobody knows what skeet is. Of course we do it. They're like little clay pigeons, I think. No. I don't like myself. Who are you, the instructor or the guy who's paying for the skeet lesson? Doesn't matter. We sound the same. I'm crazy. Okay, now I know who you are. I know you're crazy. Now I know, but did you really advertise like skeet shooting with the lunatic? Yeah, it's on the website that I'm fucking nuts. All right. I got to go then if you're not going to have any skeet here. No, I'm fucking nuts. By the way, I also want to know why sweatshops are still happening after all the publicity. Pull! Hey, fuck you, buddy. I'm out.
Thanks for joining us back at ESPN. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Eddie Pepitone gives image consulting to homeless people.
All right. Now, what I think you need, Butch, basically, Butch, you need to, you're not highlighting enough, okay? Now, I'm going to give you some rouge, and I just want to say that having shit all over you is not going to play well at the circus. Oh, no, wait. The circus is a good play. I don't know, Bob.
Thanks for joining us on ESPN 7, the home of Eddie talking to homeless people. I'm losing my mind.
We
yeah.
changed the channel automatically on us.
Hey, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, everybody.
If you,
By the way, we're all going to be homeless soon, or most of us. God, what a fucking country where there's so much money in it, but most of it goes to fucking wars.
Yeah.
To the military industrial complex. And I'm talking to you, Raytheon. I'm talking to you, Halliburton. I'm talking to you, Boeing. I'm talking to you, Northrop Grumman. Okay? Fuck you people. Fuck you. And I'm talking to you, media. You know, I'm talking to you motherfuckers who just sow fear. And I'm not talking about SEW. I'm talking about SOW. And you sow what you reap. The fear is going to kill us all. Should we do a driving in the rain?
And now, driving in the rain with Eddie Pepitone.
Wow, this atmospheric river was starting to come down so heavy. It was heavier. The rain was heavier than the fat lady in the circus. The rain was heavier than my Uncle Mel, who would only eat carbohydrates he was told to eat lean protein. And as a way to say fuck you to everybody, he went on a strict stuffing diet. That's all Mel ate was stuffing for 6 years before he keeled over in a bakery in Brooklyn. The rain was coming down heavier than Mel. The rain was coming down like a sneeze. Phew! Like a sneeze from God. Just an intense sneeze. God was showing his displeasure with the whole fucking country by making a huge storm, and he was sneezing on us. It wasn't only sleet and rain, there were mucus, partly mucus in this precipitation, and I was in my Lyft /Uber /Instacart /DoorDash you know the deal, /Bloodmobile /Therapymobile /Bookmobile, just slash, and I was doing Uber Eats tonight, and I had just picked up a Subway sandwich from Jersey Mike's. It was the really nice thin provolone, thin salami, thin this, thin that, with a little oil, vinegar, lettuce, and tomato, and it was so good I had to drop it off, and I couldn't help it, but I ate it. I ate the goddamn sandwich that I was supposed to drop off, so my app took me to an address, and the rain was battering my car the way peasants would batter down the doors of a castle back in the Middle Ages when they finally revolted and realized, wait a minute, there's X amount of us and only that amount of them. Yes, they're behind castle wall. Anyway, I don't want to get into the whole peasant revolt thing, but the rain was battering my car like a horrific abusive relationship. The rain was the abuser. My car was the abused, and my car couldn't find a battered car facility to try to get safe in for a while. I don't know if I'm going too deep in the metaphors, but the rain was coming down heavy, this atmospheric river all the way from California to Maine, 100-degree temperature difference, a sign of the ecocide, the climate breakdown. And I pulled up with an empty sandwich wrapper to a guy who was gaunt. He was gaunt, he was thin, he was lanky, he was too thin. He was someone who needed nutrition. I said, I'm sorry, pal. I'm sorry, all I have is the wrapper. And he licked it. He licked the wrapper, and he still tipped me. And I started to think as I drove away in the pounding rain, I started to think, if people are going to still tip me for food that I've eaten, maybe I should start doing that constantly. And I won't have to worry about where my next meal is coming from. So my next order was an entire deep dish pizza from Uncle Vinny's here in L.A., and I had to deliver it to a couple of guys who were having a Super Bowl watch party. And I had it next to me, and I started eating a deep dish pizza. The rain was so heavy. It was heavier than a guy who really didn't care about how he looked. That's how heavy this rain was. And it was coming down. My wipers were having trouble, getting the rain out of the way. It was just a sheet. It was a sheet of water. And I pulled up to the Super Bowl party. I had eaten most of the pizza. The guy was waiting for me. I gave him the box. He said, it feels light. He says, I don't know. That's how it came. And I just took off. I got tipped again. Now I knew I'm gaining weight at this point, but it felt kind of good. I felt like I had figured out the system. If it's pizza, leave the box closed. If it's a sandwich, let them lick the wrapper. The rain now was coming down unmercifully. I'm talking about the lack of mercy that the Romans showed everybody under their rule, that the United States showed the Iraqis no mercy. No mercy. That's how hard the rain was coming down. It was coming. There was no mercy in this rain. Like the way my wife looks at me when I come in extremely late, smelling like gasoline and alcohol. No mercy.
Thanks for joining us on another Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
That one kind of ended abruptly, but I mean, I guess
That's how it is in the gig economy.
in a gig economy.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, I while you were doing that, I was thinking, have you ever seen Sin City?
Yeah, with Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
That was a wild movie.
Wild movie. But they do the
Graphic.
avant-garde kind of like that style and
Noir.
Yeah, thank you.
Not avant-garde, noir. Film noir.
Any words that have like a French pronunciation, I just throw them in a bag, and they all mean the same thing. You know?
Potpourri, yeah.
Yeah, that word too.
Yeah. Frere shaka. Dormez-vous, some Clementina. I don't know why we were taught that as children. How much time have we done, Rob?
You're at 55 minutes exactly.
55?
Oh my God!
Oh,
we're,
we should,
we're 10 minutes over.
Let's do, okay, yeah. Well, 55 is good.
55 is pretty solid. It's for the people.
I think for the people, and I want to tell you folks, write a review for Apocalypse Soon. Write anything for not only a review, write an essay. Email us. We haven't been getting that many emails.
I know. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't think we pushed it lately. Why don't you give them the email address again? We love hearing your feedback. By the way, I love all the comments from the Patreon members. Max, Blake, everybody who's been, Clarte, everybody who's been commenting. It's usually really funny. Some people don't like the Italian aliens.
Yeah, Max, we didn't do it. We didn't do it just until now, Max. Max has been running a campaign for the end of the Italian
Some people
aliens.
love it, Max. That's why we, some people, take me to the leader of the pasta.
But yeah, send us emails to eddypeppodcast@gmail.com. And those reviews make a huge difference. And I know the people that watch this and listen to this podcast, they're mega fans. Like they love you, and and there's a brothership to enjoying Eddie Pepitone content. And so spread it around, spread the love.
Yeah. Definitely. Write a review, become a Patreon member.
Subscribe to YouTube, our YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please help us in any way you can.
Words of encouragement, financial. If you win a big stuffed animal at a carnival, send it our way.
And remember, you have been listening and/or watching Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside, baby.